Hello everyone, welcome to online class of St. Joseph's Academy. So student, today our video is for class 5th, subject science. Topic is solid, liquids and gases, part 1. This is our lesson number 6. Children, you might have seen so many things around you. If we talk about our living room, we can see TV, table, sofa and so on. So many things are there which we see around us. So if you notice these things, you can feel that these things may differ in shapes and size. All of are having different shape and size. But there are two things which are common in them is that they all occupy space. Wherever you keep them, they will occupy space, and plus they have some weight. Either they are having less weight or more weight, but they will have certain or some weight. So children, anything that occupies space and has weight is called matter. So anything which you see around you, if it occupies space and has weight, will be called matter. So in this chapter we are going to study some states of matter. Understood? Now what is matter? As I told you that anything that occupies space and has weight is called matter. So basically matter is everything around us, but it should have mass or volume. So mass means amount of material in a substance. Amount of material in a substance or a thing. And volume will be considered as amount of space an object it takes. The amount of space it will take will be called as volume. So if we see the things around us, we will see that the matter exists in three states: solid, liquid and gases. These we studied in our previous class, 4th as well. So children, first state of matter is solid. Solids have a definite shape. They will be having a fixed shape, plus they have a definite size as well, and they have a definite volume. They will have a definite volume. So these are the three properties of solids. They will have a definite shape, they will have a definite size and definite volume. Now let's talk about the examples of solids. Next is molecular arrangement in solids. Now in this section we will see the molecules which we find in solids. Okay, so as we can see in this picture, we can see that the molecules in solids are closely packed. They are so closely packed that the space between them is very less. The intermolecular space means the space between the molecules is very less. They are closely packed. Because of it, the intermolecular force is very strong. They are not free to go anywhere. They are closely packed. That is why the solids have definite fixed, definite shape, then definite size and definite volume, because they are having molecules which are closely packed. The space between them is very, very less. Got it? Now the second state of matter is liquid. Second state of matter is liquid. Children, you must have often poured a water into a bottle. Okay, in summers your mom is asking you to pour water into a bottle and keep it in the fridge. So the water flows into a bottle and quickly fills it. It will take the shape of the bottle. Why it happens? Because water flows easily as it is a liquid. So liquid flows easily like milk, oil and juice. So they flow easily and they take the shape of the container in which they are poured. Okay, whatever you are, if you are taking the container and if you are pouring liquid into it, the liquid will take shape of that particular container. So they have fixed volume but do not have a fixed shape. They are not having a fixed shape. Children, now let's talk about the molecular arrangements of liquid. In liquid, the molecular arrangement will be like that they are not closely packed. They are having space between them. They are not closely packed like solids. They are having space between them. As you can see in the picture as well, the molecules of liquid are having space between them. So the intermolecular space is weaker in liquid than solids. That is why they do not have a definite shape. If they would have no gap between the molecules, they would have a definite shape, but as they are having a little gap in between them, so that is why they do not have a definite shape, and because of it they start flowing. Got it? So this is the molecular arrangement of liquid. Examples of liquid, I told you, oil, it is an example of liquid, water, blood, mercury and milk. So all these are example of liquid as they are having a definite volume but they don't have shape. Now children, as we studied that solid is the first state of matter, then we are having liquid, it is also a state of matter. Then third is gases. If we heat the water, you might have seen your mom boiling the water. So if we heat the water, it changes into water vapor or steam after some time. So that steam is the gaseous form of water. Okay, that steam is a gaseous form of water. So now you might have known that the gases have no definite volume. They don't have definite volume. Plus they do not have a definite shape as well. And they do not have definite size. So gases have no definite volume, shape and size. If we will see the molecular arrangement in gases, we will be knowing the reason why the gases have no definite volume, shape and size. So as you will see in the picture, students, the molecules in gases have a lot of intermolecular space. As you can see that the molecules are very loose. The space between them is more than solids and liquids. They are free to move anywhere. That is why they do not have a definite shape, size and volume. Now let's see the examples of gases. So as we know that gas is a state of matter with no fixed volume or shape. So we can see air. Air is an example of a gaseous state of matter. It is not having fixed volume or shape. Helium is also such an example of gases, carbon dioxide and water vapor. So many more are there which are the examples of gases. So if you see the state of matter which is not having any fixed volume or shape, so we can consider it as gases form. Okay. Children, we studied that water is a liquid, okay, and liquids can flow, and water is very important in our day-to-day life. We need water in many ways like bathing, cooking, drinking, but it should be very clear to you that drinking water should be very clean for us. Otherwise, we may catch so many diseases because of drinking dirty water. So let's see that what are the impurities which are present in water that should be removed. Understood? Children, if we talk about the impurities of water, we will come to know that impurities of water may be divided into two parts. First is soluble impurities and the second one is insoluble impurities. So soluble impurities are those impurities that can be dissolved in water. Okay, so all the impurities which can be dissolved in water are considered as soluble impurities. Example, you can see that salt, if salt is added, so that is also a soluble impurity, and many more chemicals. Chemicals are easily dissolved in water, so they are also called soluble impurities because they can easily dissolve in water. Is insoluble impurities. All the impurities that cannot be dissolved in water but they are present in water are called insoluble impurities because they are not soluble, they are not dissolved in water. If we talk about the example, we can see if a water is having sand or mud into it, it will settle down, it is not going to dissolve, so that impurity is called insoluble impurities. Got it? So it is very harmful that if we are drinking dirty water. Okay, so in our next video we will be studying that what are the methods by which we can purify our water, by which we can remove the soluble and insoluble impurities that are present in our drinking water. So I hope you might have understood the section which we covered today in this video. So for homework, children, you have to read the chapter thoroughly at home, the section which we covered today. Plus you have to make a list of at least 15 things that you find around you. Okay, there are so many things you can find around you. So you have to make a list of 15 things and then you have to categorize them into solids, liquids and gases. These three states of matter are there. So you have to categorize them into solid, liquids and gases. That's all for now, students. Stay home, stay safe.